So, we are now going to go over to DanSpence94. We are running a little bit behind schedule at the moment. We're running about 19 minutes actually later than originally planned. However, we're going to go over to DanSpence94. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I think your mic's muted in Discord. I don't know.
Hello.
Hello, there we go. Right, I'm gonna again go through to your stream.
I can't hear your. Can't hear you through Discord.
You can't hear me through Discord.
Not quite sure why.
It should work. Hold on. Does that work? Oh. Did that work? That work?
No, unfortunately, I still can't hear anything.
I can hear.
No, unfortunately, I still can't hear anything.
I can hear.
No, unfortunately, I still can't hear anything.
I can hear a lot of echoing.
I don't know why that is. I'm not muted. I've not deafened or anything like that.
I'll try and disconnect and reconnect. Hold on. Has that worked? Hello?
No, still nothing. I don't know why I can't hear anything.
That's weird. Discord's picking up.
Let me. How about that?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
No, still nothing. That's strange.
Try quitting Discord and reopening it again. It might work.
So, I've got the stream on the my phone here, so I can hear it through that, but not through Discord.
Quit Discord. Reopen it. Try that. Has that worked? Try closing and reopening Discord. Did that work?
No, still nothing.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
No, still nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'll just put it through to your stream anyway, and then we'll see if it. We'll do a quick sound check, make sure everything works through there.
Yeah, no worries. Everything's good to go. Yeah, no.
demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Let me try closing Discord and reopening it again. Hang on. How's that? No, I still can't hear anything. Oh, that's strange. Okay, well, we'll just crack on then, shall we? Been said, yeah, let's get it going. So, let's do it. Okay, so welcome once again. I'm back. My name's DanSpence94, also known as Spence Plays. I was here this morning. We did some Resident Evil 2 remake, and now we're back again. We're going to do some classic Medieval. Been running Medieval for about a year now. And we're just gonna we're doing any percent today, as it's the quickest part of the quickest run out of the categories. So it doesn't involve a lot of cool, neat glitches that I'll get into a bit further on down the line. But in terms of the run itself, it's going to be a lot of movement based and a lot of going through. And basically, oh sorry, I'll have to just turn this down a little bit. Oh, where's my mouse gone there? There we go. 2 seconds. How's that? Is that better?
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This
Alright, so
man hated.
Been a bit delayed there, so what we'll do, we'll just crack on, we'll just jump straight into it, and I'll just talk on the way around. So yeah, time starts as soon as I hit new game, and it will end as soon as we land the final blow on Zarok, which is our final boss. So I'm going to give a quick countdown, and we'll get this show on the road. So we'll do a 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to start off in Dan's crypt. The story goes is that we are actually dead, and we've been resurrected by the evil sorcerer's magic. Even though we're meant to have killed him, the story was a big old lie. But it's actually brought us back, so we've got our second chance at this whole hero thing. So Dan's crypt acts as our kind of tutorial level. It shows us how we can pick up weapons in the world, rooms to unlock doors, and some of there I've just picked up called the life bottle. We're going to pick a few of them up during the run. It basically gives us extra health bars if for whatever reason we end up dropping to 0 health. soon as my health drops to 0, the life bottle will refill it up to 300 again, as you can see at the top. So this is our first level of graveyard. It's our first proper level. So we're going to avoid all the enemies as best as we can. Pick up runes along the way. And the first few levels are just going to be start the level and get to the end as quick as possible. So we're going to hit this statue a couple of times, which lets us unlock this gate down here. I'm just going to take that zombie out whilst we've got the chance. We're going to go try and get a little bit of a... There, we got it at that time. Like, we never usually get that. When you do open a chest, you can hit the chest. It does act as a bit of a burst animation if you stood right next to it. So it will propel you slightly forward. It just speeds up that exit a little bit faster. Moving on, we're going to go to Cemetery Hill. Our next level on the run. Nope, I pressed the wrong button then. We're going to have a little short cutscene that we're going to skip through. You're going to see Zarok pop up here in a minute. At the top, there he is. And he's going to activate these 2 stone golems, which are going to throw boulders at us. But we're not worried too much about them. We're actually going to pick up a new weapon whilst we're here as well, called the Club, which is we're going to be using for the foreseeable. So we're going to clip through the side of those rocks there and pick the Club up. We're going to use jump slashes with the Club because, as you can see in the top left, it does have degradation. So we don't want to use too much of it if we can help it. Jump slashes use up 1% of the Club, whereas a normal hit would take off 2, as it would register the hit of whatever you're hitting, and then also it hitting the floor as well. So you see there, I've just picked up the Witch Talisman. We're going to need that for later on. It allows us to get 2 items, which also then allows us to get a new weapon called the Dragon Armor, which we also need to complete a level down the line. So we're going to avoid these boulders by hugging the wall. Apart from that one. Oh, that was unfortunate. But we're going to get to the top there, and it's actually going to stop the boulders from coming down. They're actually going to self-destruct because we've made it all the way up to the top. Cracking on, we're going to go back into the Hilltop Mausoleum. And we're actually going to face our first boss at the end of this level as well. And he has a heart of glass. He's just dying to meet us. So we're going to smash through these glass panes and we'll go down to the bottom here and pick a rune up. Once we do that, the floor is going to collapse, as you can see there. So we're going to run all the way back up here, avoiding these glass spikes if we can. And carry on. Now, we need to make sure we don't get caught by that little imp there that had nothing in his hands, because he will steal my club off me, and we don't want that. I've just completely missed that rune, but we're alright. Yeah, if he steals the club off me, we can kill him and get it back, but it is a timer, so of course we will try our best to make sure that doesn't happen. So we're going to push this flame all the way over here, and we're going to release the Soul of the Stained Glass Demon, which is going to be our first boss for the run. So that's going to effectively activate the boss fight trigger in the main room. Now we do need a ranged weapon to fight this boss. As you'll notice, we haven't picked anything up. So it'll actually give us some daggers, and we're going to use them to take this boss out. Now, the boss is only vulnerable, as you can see, when the heart is out of his body. And he does that when he jumps into the middle like that. We are going to take the damage there. It's nothing too major. I'm going to grab the shield line up because it's just in the middle of the arena. Now we want him to have about 100 health before he goes into his third phase. $128, we can still do it with that. You can see me charging up where weapon attacks, they usually are quite stronger. In this case, instead of a dagger doing about 8 damage, it does 45 and it throws 3 at once. Okay, let's see if we might have just missed it. I did try and go for the skull key skip there where you throw your last dagger and jump directly underneath the stained glass demon. Yeah, I'm just off it. And then when he does die like that, you can see him drop the skull key and you'll automatically pick it up. And it just saves a bit of time on leaving the level. But it's nothing too major, so we're going to carry on. So now we've got the skull key, we're going to go to a level here called Return to the Graveyard. We're going to face our second boss. And we're also going to pick up a new ability from that boss once we finish it as well. As you can tell, it is the graveyard level that we did earlier. Pretty much in reverse. But now that we've got the skull key, we can use it to open up this gate over here. And go further into the graveyard itself. And actually use it to leave the graveyard. Oh, I could have actually gone for a bit of a time save there, but I never normally get that. So what we're going to do, we're going to push ourselves against this, and then hopefully, it'll push us through the gate, saves us having to go around, all the way around and grab in the star room to unlock it. We can just clip our way through the side. We're going to grab this energy vial here, and we're going to jump off, and it's going to trigger our second boss fight. And there we go, that's the Guardians of the Graveyard. Now you see there, I've picked up the Daring Dash ability, and you'll see it in use in just a moment. You can see me use it there. So basically that's just going to speed the run up quite significantly. It's going to let us do a load of cool stuff later on. And just increase our general movement speed. So we're actually going to go back to an older level, go back to Dan's crypt. There is a wall in the crypts that you can knock down either with the club or the Daring Dash. And it's going to give us an extra life bottle. So for the sake of being safe, we're going to smash through and we're going to grab it on the way. And we're going to come up to a new level called the Enchanted Earth. One of my favourite levels. It actually involves one of the glitches I was referring to earlier. And it's called the level loop, which also uses the inventory glitch. So I'll try and explain it quickly. The inventory glitch happens where you open the inventory, you'll double tap the inventory button, and there's a small window between the inventory closing and opening again, where you can move. Now when the inventory is open, you are actually invincible. So you'll see me use it here in a moment, where I'll jump off this lift, use the inventory glitch, and then that'll allow me to go out of bounds, which will let me use something called the level loop, which I'll explain further once I've actually done it. So I'll show it first, and then I'll explain a little bit more about it. So we're going to go to this cloud here. I'm going to do that so it actually pushes us back. I'm going to use the inventory glitch. go past the kill trigger, so now I'm technically out of bounds, close the inventory, and now that I've closed the inventory I can actually start moving again. So we're going to hold the direction as we're falling. There we go. So basically what happens is you have your plane that Dan's on, then you have a kill trigger if that would normally kill you as you fall off. You then have the bottom plane. You have the bottom plane of the level, and as soon as you go past that, you actually reappear at the top because you are technically out of bounds. And then you basically can fall, and you actually fall, as you saw there, directly onto the exit trigger, which will finish that level. We use that a couple of times in the run just to skip the harder levels. I need to. Right. So this is an interesting level. This one's called Pools of the Ancient Dead. So what our objective here is to pick up these soul helmets in order to give it to the boatman, aka the Grim Reaper, who will then let us travel on his boat to the next level. We are going to use the level loop again, but instead of using it to finish the level, we're just going to use it to get out of a certain area. You can use the level loop to completely finish this level, but it is very tricky. You have to be very, very precise. There's literally, I think, a very small margin for error. We're going to pick our extra life bottle up there. So I think that's the last life bottle we do pick up there. I mean, I think we usually only have 4 plus our original life bar, so 5 in total. And that's going to come in handy. So again, we're going to use the inventory glitch to go out of bounds. So what happens there is when you pick that last soul helmet up, you will trigger a fight. Now as we are going through any percent, we don't collect the chalices, so therefore we don't get the extra rep weapons, which will make things a lot easier. So you can see the level loop in action there. Basically you drop off, go out of bounds, and then loop back round on top of yourself. And you can see how Dan just fell from the sky there on the opposite side of the gate that we so it basically bypasses that entire fight. We're going to meet the boatman here. I'm going to give him our soul helmets. And we're going to leave this level. Now we're actually not going to follow this pathway, we're going to go back on ourselves and go to another new level called Scarecrow Fields. The reason we do that level first is because it is one of the harder levels and we get the extra life bottle, which comes in handy for these levels down here. Now we'll skip our quick cutscene. And we're going to use the dare and dash to go straight through this level with ease. If I can stop getting caught on things, that would be great. So we're going to use our daggers here, which is going to take the mech's head off, and then we're going to use it to kill the imp in the back of it as well. And we're going to keep it on because we've actually got to fight 2 of those. So we're going to wait for this one to die and pick his rune up. There we go. Which allows us to go into this little room over here to pick another rune up. There's a lot of runes in this game, isn't there? And we're actually going to get a new club as well, which gives us 100% on that meter. Swap back to our throwing daggers. There we go. So we'll take the head off. Kill the imp, and we'll swap back to our club because we don't actually need the daggers anymore after this. Oh. Don't go into the corn. There's something in the corn. No one knows what's in the corn, or if that is even corn, to be fair. But if it does catch up with her, it is an instant kill. We don't want that, of course. We need to save as much health as we can, and that's a great cycle. We never usually get good cycles there. That was amazing. We're flying through this, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to use the dash and we're going to leave this level and go on to our next one, which is Pumpkin Gorge. I nearly forgot then. I hope everyone's having a wonderful time today watching all the runs going on. I was watching some earlier myself, some great runs there, especially from Trey. Absolutely smashing the last one. A little bit overestimated, but that's it happens. That's the nature of speed games, unfortunately. You can get really good or really bad. It all depends on the RNG sometimes. Okay, so we're going to go out of bounds again on this level, a bit differently. We're going to clip over here, wait for him to look like he's going to fall off, and we're going to jump all the way over, and it negates us having to grab another route. Now I'm going to try and... it never usually works for me. I usually give it a go if the run's going well. Basically, again, negates the need for us to grab another rune up here, but it's not too much. Yeah, I think it saves probably about 30 seconds. So now we've got the earth rune, we can use it to open this, and we're going to go ahead and follow this all the way around, which is going to lead us to another rune that we need to pick up, and we're also going to pick up a upgraded shield as well. We're going to dash and jump off the side of there, which brings us all the way back down to where we were before. Go back around this way instead, so we don't have to bother with the jumping puzzle. Now you can see that the rune there is going to actually shoot up in a minute, so we're going to try... Oh, I didn't want to jump then, okay. So, what I tried to do there didn't work. We basically tried to run and jump and pick up the rune before the route there took form. So instead we're going to have to hit these routes that are coming up and lower it down. So, until it's... there we go. It just makes it a lot harder because you've got those other pumpkin enemies there. Obviously tanking your attacks and then not hitting the roots. So that's that level done. And we're going to go ahead and go on to the Pumpkin Serpent next, which is going to be our next boss. Now some might say this is the hardest boss in the game. Those people are wrong. Because the Pumpkin Serpent, as you saw there, literally just sits there and does nothing. So we're going to run around, we're going to hit these pods, which will awaken the Pumpkin King. There he is there, he's just chilling. Once he's awakened, that's when he gets his life bar and we can actually start the fight. Okay, so we've got two left, that's this one, and one over here, but we're not going to hit him. We're going to hit it once, we're going to dare and dash this chest here, and now we're going to hit it, because you can see there it does explode and it does a lot of damage before the fight starts. So it just gives us a bit of an extra advantage there. And we're just going to pummel him with the club. Jump slashes with the club, OP in this game. And there's the Pumpkin King dead. So now we've got to go over this way. We'll lose our shield, but that's fine. We'll pick another one up later. Use the Witch's Talisman here. So what you are meant to do is use the Witch's Talisman for her to appear, and she'll tell you to kill the Pumpkin King, but because we've already done that, we skip the half of the dialogue and she goes directly to giving us the dragon gem that we need. So that's the first of two that we've picked up there. And we're going to carry on and we're going to go towards our next area, which is the asylum. We're going to stop off at our village first. Our little hedge maze. And then we're going to go get our second dragon gem from the mayor that's been locked up in the asylum. So it's a bit of a strange level, this. As the gargoyle will explain there, you can see in the top right corner my chalice is already 60% full. So the enemies here, as you can see, are actually possessed villagers, and killing them will decrease the chalice as they're classified as good souls. So we need to make sure we keep them alive if we were going for the chalice, but we don't need to, as we're not bothering the chalices. This is any percent, so they are free game if they get in the way. So you might see a pop up to say a good soul has been lost, but it's all good. I'm going to grab the landlord's bus. We're not actually going to use it, we'll just pick it up in order to trigger the guards coming into the village, which also lets the exit trigger pop up.
Buddy, if we don't...
So hopefully this will work. It never seems to work for me on the marathon, but maybe we'll get lucky. So we're going to try and clip through this wall here in such a way that we only need to clip through it slightly in order for it to register that we are on the other side. No, we're going to take this guy out here, otherwise he's just going to continue to hit us with the... There we go. So as you see, it's registered on the other side, so it thinks that we've already cleared all the puzzles to get to this part, and it'll automatically open the gate for us. Gonna go down here, gonna hit this switch, which will open up the exit. Now normally you would pick up something called the Shadow Artifact here, but that's to finish off the Enchanted Earth level. We've already finished that level by using the level loop, so we're gonna just leave this level as it is. So we'll take those guards out and then we're gonna leave. Go on to our next level now, the Asylum Grounds. Again, I almost forgot the level name of that one as well. So this one's a bit different. Instead of the usual get to the end, solve a couple of puzzles here and there, this level is entirely puzzle based. So we're going to go and talk to our friend here, Jack the Green, who's going to give us our riddles. We already know our riddles, so we're just going to skip his dialogue. So the first thing we need to do is find 5 stars around the maze. There's one there. And we've got to hit them so it triggers the next riddle. The riddles are quite well done themselves. And the voice acting was, for the time, was great. And yes, they brought the original voice acting back for the remake of this, which is a nice touch. Brought it all back up, brought it up to...
But my star riddle was but a trifle.
There we go.
I always like to begin with an easy one. Return hither. You will not find my next conundrum so simple.
There we go. So we're going to jump straight into our second riddle there. Just going to use our daring dash, which is going to speed us up as we traverse through the maze. We're going to get that chest on the way back. That does have another silver shield in. So we're going to turn all these into smiling faces and pointing them towards the clown like that.
Yes, it was a clown. Very good, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next cryptic puzzle.
So we used the life ball there. We just took a bit too much damage, but that's fine. We'll pick some energy vials up later on at the end of the level. That will replenish it before into the asylum, which is a battle a gauntlet of sorts. 100 enemies that we've got to kill, but each one can take off most of my health bar in seconds. So we just need to be careful when we get to it. Which is why also that we get the added life bottle that we did earlier in Dan's crypt, just to make sure we've got that extra buffer there if needs be. Oh, it would help if I went the right way, wouldn't it? So we're going to use the chaos rune there, and we're going to release this mouse. These guys aren't usually there, so what we'll do, we'll just we'll walk slowly and we'll actually just kill them. So what we want is the mouse to stay with me. As you can see, he's following me there, and hopefully not hit or get too close to the cats that you can see knocking about there. Now, yeah, if you can believe it, they are actually cats. But if I go too far, the mouse will stop following me, so I don't want to go too fast. So we're going to take it to the elephant. We're just going to scare the elephant and open up the next area for us.
It was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time, however, I almost picked
We're going to go to our
the
fourth
answer
and
to my
final riddle.
next-vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation. Come to me. It's hard.
So we're going to carry on. We're going to go solve our final riddle, and then we're going to be given free access to the maze, so we can actually get out of here then. Again, there is a way of completely bypassing this level entirely. Unfortunately, I've still not managed to get it down just yet. There's a way of going out of bounds, and you basically just jump across all of the external assets, which allows you to bypass all the riddles, and you'll just get to the last area and leave the level instead that way. So we're going to use that.
Blasted. It took me ages to come up with that darkness one.
There we go. So this is the level finish now.
My vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give you your prize.
So we do have to speak to him to open up the last area, and we're just going to carry on. Gotta love the 90s games, don't we, where the hitboxes of the walls are absolutely massive. So you could be what looks like an inch away from the wall and you'll still get caught on it. As you can see, we've got some chess pieces here. Now these chess pieces can only move in the way the actual chess pieces can move. So the bishop there can only move diagonally, and we've got a queen there which can move any direction but only one space. So we're going to put all these on the corresponding squares that you can see next to it. And I've just realised that was the king and not the queen. The queen I've got actually here. So we're going to knock that off, and then that's going to open up the middle, and we're going to drop down and go to our next level. As I said before, this is into the asylum. It is a very, very dangerous level. All being well, we'll breeze through it easily. The only thing is that even though they are basic enemies, each one can do 50 points of damage, and as you can see, I've only got 300 per life bar. So if I get cornered by 6 of them, they can easily take out the majority of my health. So we're just going to keep on the move. We're going to use charge slashes as we are, as you can see, which will kill them in one hit. So we're going to let these guys spawn out a little bit first. That way when we do our spin slash, it'll take out quite a few of them, like so. Each area won't actually unlock the next until all enemies have been killed. So we're just going to have to slug through it. As you can see, there you go, see, so we got those last 3 there, and it opened up this area. So we're going to let these guys spawn in again. Take them all out in 1 or 2 swings. going to spawn from each side now. What I might do is when you use a life bottle, you do have iframes. So I'm just going to take a bit of damage there, just so we can use the life bottle. That way we can abuse the iframes, get right in the middle of them all, and take them all out in one hit. I'm going to stay over this side for a bit, try and get rid of these bats, because they will, as you can kind of see, Dan tracks them when they get too close, and we want to be able to hit the zombies rather than the bats. We've got to grab a quick energy vial there, which is why I wasn't too fussed about losing the life bottle on the last area. So as soon as we get rid of these, I'm going to call them skinny zombies. As soon as we get rid of these skinny zombies, headless zombies will drop. You might remember them from the graveyard levels we was in before. They are a lot stronger, so we're going to use the club and jump slash in this corner as they run towards us. Now the club is very much suited for these enemies, especially for any percent. Okay. We're going to get a new enemy type here, the Maniacs. Say exactly the same thing again as with the headless zombies. So we're just going to use jump slashes because it'll only take 1% off, and it does enough damage to actually kill them outright. So that's going to drop these. So we're going to grab the energy vials. And okay, that's never happened before. Oh, I thought it crash filmed me for a minute then. That wasn't good. I'm just gonna finish these guys off with the sword instead. I'm gonna switch back to the club for these maniacs coming out here. Okay, so when the zombies start coming out, as you can see on the other side, we will switch back to our sword. And we're going to clean the rest of these guys up. We can pick the chalice up if we really wanted to, but because we're not bothering with the chalices at 90%, there's no need to do so. We'll just be wasting time. So we're going to go into the corner, grab our rune to let the mare out, but we're going to completely omit the chalice. Like I said, there's no point in picking it up when we're not going to use it. Grab our dragon gem as thanks for letting the mare out, and we're going to leave. We're actually going to go back on ourselves again now. We're going to go back to the lake level that we unlocked earlier after Pools of the Ancient Dead. And this is the route that we'll take from now on. This is another level that we pretty much skip. Not so much the level loop, but we just clip out of bounds where the exit is, and then we just leave that way instead. There's no key items or anything that we need in this level, so we can just completely bypass it. We'll just pick an energy vial up along the way, just so we're at full health. So yeah, we're going to clip over in this corner where the star rune lock is, and that's going to let us jump on top of the exit trigger, he says. There we go. There we are. So we're going to just jump straight on top of it and leave the level that way. Carry on, go to the crystal caves. This is why we needed our dragon gems for a quick boss that's coming up now, which is the dragon inside the crystal caves. And he's going to get a bit of an headache after I'm finished with him. Just deal with a couple of flying shadow demons, but nothing too major there. I'll pick our earth rune up as we need to use it to unlock the door where the dragon is. Or the gate, should I say, not the door. I'm going to go over here, we're going to grab a energy valve, make sure we are back to 100% health, and we're going to switch back to our club. So what we have to do here is, we have to use the club or the hammer if we had it, to hit the floor, which causes rocks to fall on the next row along. So as you can see there, the rocks will fall on top of the dragon, causing 50 points of damage. So we're going to reset its positioning as well by leaving and going back in. And then this last one should do it. And there we go. So he's going to drop something called the Dragon Potion, aka the Dragon Armor, which we're going to leave on for the majority of the run. It basically makes us, it makes us look like a dragon, it lets us breathe fire, and it also makes us invulnerable to fire as well. We need that for the next level coming up, the Gallows Gauntlet, as there's a fire gate that we need to use to go through with it, and there's no other way of getting past it, unfortunately. What's funny is that when the remake came out last year, it did have a viable Dragon Gate skip until, I'd say maybe a couple of months ago, where you didn't need to get the Dragon Armor and basically you bypassed half of the game out. That was unfortunately patched not too long ago, so RIP to the Dragon Gate skip. Something that medieval speedrunners for years have been trying to work out. So I'm going to grab our star rune and we're just going to leave this level. Like so. So, next level up, Haunted Ruins. Now, we used to use the level loop on this level, but the last time I tried that on this route, unfortunately soft locked the whole thing. So I did change the route that I take. World record probably wouldn't would actually still use the level loop. Just want to make sure that we are being safe. Come here, chicken. Chicken RNG in this game is unbelievable. No, there should be enough there. Yeah, so we're not going to use the level loop because we don't want to soft lock it like... Oh, I fell off. But either way, it's not too much of a difference in terms of timing. It just looks a lot cooler. So we're going to race these shadow demons over there to hit this switch, which is going to unlock a gate over here. It's also going to drop those farmers onto the flames underneath them, which is why you saw that a good soul had been lost. But as we are not getting the chalices, we don't need to worry about that. We'll grab our energy vials on the way up. We'll use our dragon armor to make ourselves invincible to those flames. And we're going to go into the basement of the castle. Here we're going to look for something called the crown, King's Crown, there it is, which will allow us to summon his ghost, and he'll tell us what to do next. And he'll actually tell us to destroy the castle in order to trap and kill the shadow demons that you can see wandering around. us to this switch here. So we're going to hit the switch and we're going to have to fight the stone golems.
The lava has increased and the castle is collapsing.
The dragon armor will register several hits in a row, so we can just easily push these two off. They are immune to all other weapons. You do have to push them off. There's no way of taking them out otherwise. So we're going to go into this little room here. We're going to use the rune to get rid of the acid, and then we're going to leave this level in the most heroic way possible. Fire catapult. Bye bye, Dan. And here it comes. My favourite. Gold Ship is a very, very hard level to get right sometimes. We do bypass it using the level loop, but it can be very, very finicky. So we do have to be careful.
Captain, go! Is that...
There we go. So we're going to go up into the rafters here, and we're going to run around, dare and dash and jump off, which is going to push us out of bounds. Like so. As soon as the camera shifts, which you'll see in a minute, like that. We're going to change direction on our level loop. And we're going to listen. No. Oh, Jesus. See, you got to get it pinpoint. If you don't get it right on, then you do have to do a restart, unfortunately. Luckily, this is a similar thing as what happened last marathon, so we do have some safety saves here as backups just in case. And we have one for the ghost ship. So we're just going to jump back right back into it. Just had to hold it a little bit longer, I think. It's like, we'll lose a bit of time, about 30-40 seconds, but nothing too major. We are coming to the end game here shortly, so...
Captain, go! Is that...
Oh, well, that's new. Very unfortunate, but new. I'll just push these guys down this side, so get them out of the way. There we go. So we'll go out of bounds. We'll wait for that. All being well. Nope, why can't we get it today? Come on, man. Come on. We can do this. Oh, I'll tell you, it's Ghost Ship. Like I said before, it's my favourite. I love the Ghost Ship. I absolutely love it. Always a bugger for this. Always a bugger. Excuse me. No, third time's the charm, eh?
Captain, go! Is that...
on, third time's the charm, baby. Nope. Oh, come on, man. Nearly. The level looks so cool, but it never goes right. Never ever goes right for Ghost Ship. Come on, let's do it.
Captain, go! Is that...
Oh, if I can stop falling off when I don't want to fall off, that'd be great. We'll just kill ourselves there instead. I don't know what it is about this loop. This loop just wants to absolutely screw with me. Every time, in practice, perfect. First time, every time. Come to actually doing a run, never works. I'll get these guys out of the way. Come on, we need to get it this time. Please, baby, please. No, oh my god, come on, man. Bane of my life with this game, bane of my life. We'll try it once more, and then we'll use my other save. We'll use the next one along, but we'll go back on ourselves and do the missing levels if we can't get past it. I think what's worse is that you have to keep watching the same cutscene over and over and over again.
Captain, go! Is that...
No, we're gonna skip this level because I don't know what is going on with it, but it doesn't want to work. We do use the level to skip the level, so we're not exactly doing too much out. So we're going to use the save that we've got here for the time device. We will go back and do the other levels in between time device and Ghost Ship. There's only the one. It's just the entrance hall. So we will replay it just for the sake of going through it again. It's a very short level as well, to be fair. It's just a dash to the exit. Easy enough. Done. Oh, I can't believe Ghost Ship, man. I cannot believe Ghost Ship. Well, here we go. We'll do time device, and then we are. We've got our last boss then. So, similar thing. We are gonna level loop. Hopefully, this one will go well. Again, this is another one in practice. First time, every time. Come back on ourselves. We want to make sure that those train tracks are straight. See what I mean? Oh my god. Yeah, I need to stop soft locking this game. This game's so broken, it's amazing, but it is also really annoying. We're right next to the exit there as well, I think. We just went over a little bit too much, I'd say. And we were doing so well as well. We were blitzing through most of these levels. Again with the soft locking. Come on, game, please, please be my friend. Please. Once we've done this, we are home and dry. We've got one level, and it's just a boss fight. Come on, please. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. In a marathon, should I say, not in life. There we go, thank God. Oh, it took some time, but we got there, we got that loop, and we are on our final level now. Zarok's Lair. It's all been leading to this, folks. Welcome to the hype train. Okay. Here we go. That was a proper Moncaz moment. So we're going to grab our good lightning here. We can try and use the inventory glitch to make this fight easier. But every time I do that, it actually hard locks the game, so we're not going to try that. I need to find a way of maybe seeing if that's viable. World Record uses it, and it works, and he uses the exact same versions I do. So I need to, maybe I can have a chat with him one day and find out if I'm doing something wrong. But the last mission here, last level, is 3 phases. First phase is what you see here, 8 of mine against 8 of his. And the good lightning will basically let us heal our guys, so they'll change colour from yellow to red. Red being they need healing. The good lightning will heal them, but it will take away from my health, so I need to keep an eye on what I'm using. And we're going to use the iframes for when we use a life bottle there, just to get a few extra sneaky heals in. Should be fine for a bit. It's a very RNG based fight, this, because they have to make sure that your guys are hitting him and they're not getting blocked. And as you do heal them, as you can see, they do jerk a little bit. They actually stop attacking. So we don't want to just stand there and heal them, because otherwise they won't hit back, and they need to be taking them guys out. This is taking a lot longer than usual. It's a very, like I say, a very RNG based fight. He's got orange over there, so I'll heal him. Ah, here we go. We started taking some of them out. So as you can see, once you start taking a couple of them out, your guys will join up with the others. Get a 2-on-1 fight up to a 3-on-1 fight. There we go. That is phase 1 complete.
This battle is ours! We are...
Now, even though we did use most of our health for that fight to heal our guys, they all do turn into energy vials, so we can get our health back that way. So there's going to be another 3 that drops here, but I'm going to leave them where they are. And we're going to phase 2, which is against Lord Cardok, which we'll see here. We're basically just going to spam our dragon armor with him. And we're going to cook him, quite literally. We will take some damage as well, we're just going to tank it. That's why I've left those energy vials there. The biggest enemy in this game is the bloody camera. There we go. There's phase 2. And now phase 3, Zarok himself's going to transform into a little snake lizard thing and start coming after us. Not before turning himself into a chicken. There we go. So this is our final boss of the run, and it's Zarok himself. You'll see there's a blue aura around him. When the blue aura is on, he is invincible. When it comes off, he is vulnerable. We're going to try and manipulate his AI to drop his guard, and then we're going to use our dragon armor to take him out. Like this. So he's vulnerable like that. So we're going to hit him with our dragon armor, and it's actually going to set him on fire, so it's going to do constant damage. We'll try and manipulate his AI a bit there by putting our shield up, even though we've not got one. It can. There we go. I completely missed him. Like I say, biggest enemy is your camera in this game. Welcome to 90s games. So time will be coming up shortly. Time is exactly when his health hits 0. So it should be Oh, I didn't want him to do that. This is bad. This never happens. This is really bad. That's unfortunate. We didn't want him to go into that phase. Time.
Curse you, Sir Knight. I am finally defeated. Yet, if I am to fail, then
I'm so disappointed about Ghost Ship not working, but you know, here we are. And are we ready? Already, guys, we're going to hear the best sound that's ever been made in a video game. Wait for it. Here it comes. There we go, guys. Welcome to the amazing 1998 FMVs. Now, I know we were a bit behind on schedule, so I am I'll take that. I'll take the hour. Considering when I first started speed running this game, I was hitting hour 30, hour 40, close to 2 hours. So yeah, like I said, we were behind schedule a little bit, so this should hopefully put us a bit forward, so everything should run smooth. So I hope that helps the other guys out, InstaSim and Rasta Bobby. Guys coming up shortly, so all being well, we'll smash these runs out for the rest of the day and raise some good money. Like I said as well, everyone before, my name is DanSpence94, aka Spence Plays. It's been an absolute pleasure running for InstaSpeedathon today. As you would have seen, I had 2 runs on today. Hopefully maybe come back for another event down the line. I'll be sticking around watching a couple of the other runs as well, so I'll say hi to some people if anyone's knocking about. So I'm going to let this play out to the end there, and Dan's going to go back to sleep. He's done his job. Zaharok is dead. Time for a kip. And that, my friends, is MediEvil. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Let's raise some money for an amazing cause. I know we're up to 235 quid at the moment. We can do better than that, guys. Let's get these donations for the incentives in here. So yeah, I'm going to drop offline. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience as always. So yeah, that's DanSpence94 signing off for now, and I will catch you guys later on. Peace.